song gave you some time to get your glass of water. Raise your hand if you have a glass of water ready to go. All right. And raise your hand if you have, holding in your heart or your mind or both, your intentions, one or more, for the rest of the year. Yes, you got it ready to go. So, there's only 7 more Sundays until the winter solstice. It's coming up fast, right? Who knew that it was coming up so fast? So what I'd like you to do now, we're just going to do a quick affirmation with that feeling of Awen or life force or chi, whatever, God force, whatever you want to call it, consciousness. I would like you to just pretend you have an embodiment of your intentions for the rest of the year. Put them between your hands in your imagination, because we're using that creativity statement from the Daily Word this morning. The creative energy of spirit expresses through me, you, and us. So warm your hands up by bringing some life force. This is what you do in Qigong. Rub your hands together, bring some life force to that beautiful one or more intentions that you have. Hold it to your heart. Let's give thanks for our time together today, for this special celebration for Samhain. This time when the veil is thin. And we use the support, since there is no separation, not just between all of us in this time and space, but especially this time of year, we get to celebrate and become aware in our consciousness that there really is no separation in time or space either. So even though we may save this day for special celebrations of our ancestors, they are always with us. But today we amp up the power of our intentions with the support of our whole lineage, even if we don't know who all they are exactly. And even if we have multiple, a family of our own design, everyone who came before us, whether they're in our genetic code or not, we stand on the shoulders of multiple generations that enable us to live here in this moment today. We give thanks for that. And we use that power of that awareness and that love to express creatively, to power up our intentions as we hold it in our imagination, using our power of imagination, our power of creativity, our power of great love, and our power of power. To hold that intention with clarity, to feel its outcome already existing with our emotions. And now remove your hands from your heart in like a burst, because we're letting go of the outcome. If you give it a little breath, we set it free. And let's tell our intentions, share with our intentions, dance, sing, and be free, just like it says in the song. All right. To get started today, there are several people that have readings that they're offering. And then right now, we're going to have a little reading of a poem that's in honor of this season. I need 4 readers who are not already reading. You could be in the sanctuary or you could be online. Who would those like to be? I'd like to know who the 4 readers are. Debbie, thank you. Debbie, you're reader 1. Okay, who do we have in the sanctuary?
Hi.
Claire, beautiful. You are reader 2.
Didi.
We have 2 more. Yes. All right, who else in the sanctuary?
Leticia.
Leticia, you are reader 3. And 1 more. How about Richard? Richard, would you like to be reader 4? Yes? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to call up a little image here on the screen. And it's marked reader 1, reader 2, reader 3. This is a poem from a friend of mine. It's called Drowsing. He wrote this poem. He wrote one poem like this in the voice of trees for the entire Wheel of the Year. And we've used a couple of his poems for some of our other celebrations, but this is the one for Samhain. So this is Brian Reeser in Raleigh. North Carolina. Reader 1, would you please share this with us? The first stanza.
Winter approaches and we grow sleepy. Leaves grow dry and shine brightly, falling away for their last dance, competing with the earth with all their beauty.
Carpeting the earth with all their beauty. Yes. Debbie, before we move on to reader 2, what's the condition of fall leaves? Have they all fallen off the trees now?
No, they're very much like, it's really beautiful. The ones right outside my door, they're orange and red, and then you can see green, and the sun is hitting them. So much like the picture. It's perfect.
Very beautiful. Great. And is there the big carpet of the leaves on the ground?
There is. There is. I went out for a walk last night, and it is like walking on a carpet. All the crunchy. Yeah.
That's how it is here too. But we're just a little bit behind you. Thank you for reading that. Now, reader 2, get ready. It's going to be your turn right now. There you go. There you go, Elise.
With Samhain, no, okay, sorry. With Samhain, we drift off and nap. Our work is done and tired we are. Cold winds strip away our leaves. The bright sun keeps us warm.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Reader 3, the next stanza. Good morning, Leticia.
Our work is done, and now we rest. Farewell we bid our feathered friends. Their nests remain, but empty for now, until their return with the warmth of spring.
Thank you very much. And Richard. Good morning.
Good morning. Rest we will as the season ends. Slumber we must to survive the winter. Enjoy we will the coming frosts. Happy we are to rest at last.
Happy we are to rest at last. You know, this time of year is also known as the last harvest. It's kind of 3 harvests. This is the last one on the wheel of the year. So Rosemary, this is your turn, and you have some background and a statement about this time of year for us. And you'll need to unmute.
Thank you for that reminder. In the ancient Celtic calendar, the days of October lead up to the sacred feast of Samhain, which begins the new year and is the time when the veil between worlds is especially thin. It is a threshold time when the old veil falls away and the new is coming into birth, when heaven and earth kiss. As the nights grow ever darker in the Northern Hemisphere, we are invited to listen across the threshold for the voices of those we are connected to through blood and bone, as well as those who inspire us through spiritual lineage and wisdom. Our ancestors have lived through their own times of war, plague, and civil unrest. We can hear their whispers in our bodies if we quiet ourselves long enough. We can hear their whispers in our bodies if we quiet ourselves long enough.
Beautiful. Thank you, Rosemary. And Rosemary's statement was by, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to, Christine Walters Paintner, founder of Abbey of the Arts.
Thank you. Yeah, she calls herself the online abbess of her online Abbey of the Arts. Very creative. Susan, would you like to share your reading?
It's called Remember by Joanne Dodgson. We are touching and touched by ancestral guidance in the waters, wind, and soil, in sunlight and stardust, in the migrations of whales and hummingbirds, in each seed who becomes a tree, in the vast fields of brilliant energy flowing through and between us and radiating far beyond our earth.
Thank you, Susan. And Nicole, I invite you up to the podium. Good morning.
Good morning. Now we honor our ancestors with a song by Chinoa Igawa. I invite you to stand up and move to this music, clap your hands, or use a drum or rattle and join in. Chinoa Igawa is Coast Salish of the Lumi and Skalam nations of Washington. She is a ceremonial leader, singer, speaker, environmental activist, and artist, dedicated to bringing healing to our Mother Earth and to people of all cultures, backgrounds, and origins through recognition of our shared experiences as human beings. One of her principal teachings today is the importance of preserving and sharing the wisdom human beings of all cultures, languages, and ways of life still hold that benefit, the health, well-being, and protection of all life on our Mother Earth. In that regard, she serves as a voice to bring native wisdom and perspectives to the world at a time when these teachings are particularly poignant reminders of our shared responsibility to live with respect for ourselves, one another, and for our earth. And so it is. Thank you.
Hey, operator, drum.
right, don't sit down just yet. Don't just sit down just yet, you guys. Stay sitting up or standing. Shake it out. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. It's really important to embody ceremony and make it part of our bodies, not just a mental experience. So let's just shake, 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 shake. Get some of that Awen chi life force moving. Shake your legs out one at a time. Twist your body a little bit, you know, swing your arms if you're not hitting somebody. And now tap on the top of your body, starting with your hand, tap, 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 all the way up to your shoulders, back down on the underside, and do the same thing with the other arm, tap, 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 up to the shoulder and down and inside. And then tap your whole body right down the front of your chest, your belly, tap your belly, make a motorboat sound. It's great for your face. And then tap your legs, your thighs, your knees, all the way down, your shins. Tap, 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 all the way to your feet, and then back up the outside your legs, all the way up. Tap, 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 tap. And then end right here at your thymus, right below your what are these? Clavicle bones, whatever. Right here is your thymus. It's part of your immune system. Just give it some gentle taps. And the next time you're in a powwow, I don't know if any of you had a chance to do that in Montreal. I think it's this time of year. Or if you're attending a drum circle, whether you have a drum or not, it's really nice to just tap your thymus with one hand or two hands to the beat of the drum. And it's your own body's drum. And that whole vibration just awakens your entire nervous system, not in an activation way, but it awakens it in a calm way. It actually can calm you down too. So here's your inner drum and connection to your entire body's nervous system right here. It's like a magic beating place. Just tap, 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 tap. Thank you. Now I invite you to have your seat and take your glass of water into your hands. And we're going to shift gears a little bit, starting with our next reading, which is by Marjorie.
How's my audio? It's okay. Okay, this poem is from someone from the Buddhist tradition that I'm sure you know, Thich Nhat Hanh. He's written a poem called A Cloud Never Dies. It's a poem which asks the question, what happens when we die? A universal question that drives us to seek the unknown. It's a feeling that scares us. Let's take a pause and begin from the start. Warm in the womb, protected by my mother, every action of body, speech, and mind was a direct transmission to this new manifestation. Your breath was my breath. Your love was my love. No separation, only interconnection. And when time came, I moved forward, make my first breath. I cry as the cord is cut. I felt my first feelings of disconnection, separation, loneliness. My journey for survival has begun. The wise call this the original fear. I look up, seeing a cloud floating in the sky through time and space, morphing and changing, knowing one day it will be transformed into rain, snow, mist. It makes its way home to Mother Earth. Home is here in the present moment. The cloud has the wisdom of non-fear. It understands it's always going to be continued in a new form. No birth, no death, just continuation. And I smile because a cloud never dies.
Thank you, Marjorie. One reason I invited Marjorie to read this poem is I think, especially today, for our celebration of Samhain and the Day of the Dead, remind us of there really isn't birth and death. It's a continuation of energy that changes form. And that's the core belief of the shamanic traditions that I've been trained in. And it's a similar concept in other traditions. And I'm using it today, and I want to play, you're going to hear the same words, the same poem again in a moment, set to music. And what I invite you to do is really just feel your no separation, feel your oneness, not just unity consciousness, but the embodiment of being a cloud, being the water in all its forms. And we've done this before in our meditations together. So see if you can sink into a meditative state now with this idea of no separation and death and birth as forms of experience, life as a form of experience on the way, since we are all the creative energy of spirit expressing. And I will now share this same poem that Marjorie just beautifully read, set to music by the Plum Village Band.
That drives us to seek. What happens when we die? A universal question that drives us to seek. The unknown is a feeling that scares us. Let's take a pause and begin from the start. Warm in a womb, protected by my mother. Every action of body, speech, and mind was a direct transmission to this new manifestation. Your breath was my breath. Your love was my love. No separation, only interconnection. And when that time came, I moved forward, made my first breath. I cry as the cord is cut. I felt my first feeling of disconnection, separation, loneliness. My journey for survival has begun. The wise calls this the original fear. I look up, seeing a cloud floating in the sky, through time and space, morphing and changing, knowing one day it will transform into rain, snow, mist. It makes its way home to Mother Earth. Home is the present moment. The cloud has the wisdom of non-fear. It understands it's always going to be continued in new form. No birth, no death, just continuation. And I smile because a cloud never dies.
And now I invite you to take some cool, gentle sips of the water in your hands that has been beautifully charged up with the energy of our ceremony today. And may it be a reminder of the change in form, that a cloud never dies. And on your way home today, or when you're out and about today, I invite you to stop by or notice as you walk by, notice a cemetery. Maybe there's one nearby you. Maybe there's one you can go to and have a look, have a visit. And as you're there, maybe you'll remember what Wilma is about to share with us from John O'Donohue. Wilma?
On Passing a Graveyard by John O'Donohue. May perpetual light shine upon the faces of all who rest here. May the lives they lived unfold further in spirit. May all their past travails find ease in the kindness of day. May the remembering earth mind every memory they brought. May the rains from the heavens fall gently upon them. May the wildflowers and grasses whisper their wishes into light. May we reverence the village of presence in the stillness of this silent field. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. Thank you.
Thank you, Wilma. Thank you, everyone, for your offerings of your readings today. And thank you for participating and embodying this special time of year in Samhain. Thank you for having a beautiful congregational celebration for Unity Center of Montreal. And thank you for sharing the beauty of this community and letting me know the beauty that you have in your environment as well. So I now turn it back over to Dr. Maya.
Thank you. I think you have us all in an altered state. So I'm going to, yeah.